am the fire, I am burning brighter, roaring like a storm, and I am the one I've been waiting for. Hey, Feinics Nation, what's going on? How you doing? It's your girl Jade Feinics here. I am back once again. I hope you enjoyed last week's episode with our interview with Michael Gatto, who played young Tommy Oliver. If you have not checked that out, get your ass over to the Spotify and do that. Like, hello. And we're also on every single listening platform, so what's your excuse? You don't have one. That's what I thought. You know, and as always, you know I am not alone. But what you do not know is you have not heard this voice on the gate for a year, maybe 2.
Emotional damage.
I mean, you know, time just flies that way. We didn't even realize it was that long until, you know, we were sitting down and actually doing the math on what it was. But, yeah, she's back. And y'all ain't ready. Y'all ain't ready for this voice. I am so excited to welcome back to the Feinics Gate, Lithy. What's up?
Hello.
Everybody.
I was gonna laugh with it, but I shouldn't. I didn't have to. I can't even laugh at it. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so happy you're here. You have no idea.
We were sitting down, and it was like, oh my god, it was a year, 2 years, and we were just like, whoa, it's been forever.
I can't even think about it.
Yeah.
I'm literally just sitting here going, holy fuck.
Yeah.
What?
I completely agree.
Yeah.
It's been too long.
Like, what?
I know.
And then, guys, I mean, seriously, like, you miss Lithy on the Gate. Everybody missed Lithy on the Gate. I mean,
I miss everybody.
We used to have our book time, book corner, Lithy's book recommendations.
Yes, I have so many. So many.
I mean, like, tell us what you've been up to.
What I've been up to after these 2 fucking years. Oh my god.
I know.
Well, I had to do school. So school was the biggest thing I had to focus on. We got married. Well, I got married. Not me and you, but I would love to marry you.
I mean, in ways we are.
We are married.
We are married in a business sense.
In a business sense, yes. But no, I got married, and you know,
you actually got married 6 months before I did. 7 months before I did.
Yeah. I got married February 20th of 2022, and you got married September
17th of 2022. We were at each other's weddings.
Yes. Yeah, I was so excited.
It was hysterical because so many people were like, "How come you got to go?" And I'm just like, because I got it like that.
I was just like, because she was fucking invited, and I wanted her to go, and I was invited, and I was gonna go, and even if I wasn't invited,
sweetheart.
Yeah, and if I wasn't gonna be, I was gonna crash it. that was it.
Absolutely valid, because honestly, same.
Yeah. And you know what? My sister was like, well, if you know, it was a whole big thing, but I was like, if somebody crashes the party, and I was like, okay, and. If they crash, if they're not supposed to be there, then the door's there. But if they're supposed to be there, then there's alcohol at the bar. I don't understand.
It makes no sense. And like so many people were like,
but didn't you and Lithy like totally have like a fallout, and that's why you guys aren't podcast?
No,
we didn't have a fallout.
No, you guys need to understand that when I wished Lithy well 2 years ago in their future endeavors, it was not me giving the WWE or whatever
SmackDown
fuck you like I did to other podcast hosts that shall know.
We're gonna have fun.
We're not gonna mention that one's name. Fuck that bitch. Anyways, but no, we didn't have a massive falling out. Lithy chose to focus on school.
Yeah, I focused on school. I had a lot of stress going on,
and we support this.
Yes.
I mean,
yeah. So and having things now calming down, I decided I was like, fuck it. I want to come back. So, and I was just like, I love this shit, man.
It's true. It's true. You guys are going to be hearing Lithy's voice a lot more back on the cast because we are back in action, baby.
Yes,
like
we are.
Y'all don't even know.
Hey, baby.
No, you're not even ready.
No, you're not. We are definitely going to be reintroducing some of the old skits that you guys really enjoyed, which was Lithy's book recommendations.
And you're not prepared.
No.
You're not prepared, baby.
No. I mean, Y'all saw a glimpse of it on our TikTok where we were doing stuff at EternalCon, which is exactly what we're talking about tonight. We are talking about that, but we're going to be talking about, first we're catching up.
Yes.
We're going to be catching up, and then we're going to dive right into the EternalCon conversation.
Which is a big thing.
Oh, yeah. Because, I mean, we had 2 days of this con, and it's one of the bigger local conventions, honestly. But, you know, also, it was the first time that Lithy and I got to actually cosplay together in a hot minute.
It was the first time I actually cosplayed in over 2 years.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck it, I'm going to do it.
Yeah.
I think I went the first day, I went as a late Hogwarts student.
Yes, you did. Because you didn't show up until like super late, and then I was leaving.
Yep, you were leaving, and I actually had the robe. I was a Slytherin student. My tie was like all fucked up, and my robe was whatever, and I had like a water bottle, and I was just like, I'm late. And then
10 points from Slytherin.
You know what? I'm gonna get him back. And the second day, I actually put effort, which is big for me because my image of myself and everything within my head. But I actually did Power from Chainsaw Man.
Yep.
And it was like the biggest thing because I haven't cosplayed in forever, and
it was big.
Yeah.
And you were like, and the funny thing is I brought an original character that I created, Roxanne the Raccoon, aka Rox,
which I missed, and I'm so pissed.
Yeah.
I was like, fuck.
Yeah, because I had to change out because I was working with our friends at Timeless Tales. Yes. I had to go help them be mermaids and pirates and make some magic, and I had to leave in the middle of the convention to do that because, you know, obligations. We always help out our friends here at the Feinics Gate. So Big shout out. They actually just celebrated a year in business.
Really?
Yeah. On the 7th.
Good for them.
On the 17th, they turned 1 year old.
Oh, that's awesome.
I know. I'm so proud of them because honestly, they're always booked up.
Really?
Yeah, they sell out every month. They're sold out.
Wow.
I know. And let me pull up some information here because I'm going to shamelessly plug my friends right now, so deal with it.
It's not shameful. Plug them hard.
Plugs.
Total
plug. Like hair plugs or just plugs?
Plugs, hair
so
plugs.
So Timeless Tales Entertainment, that's the name of our friend's company. And right now they have actually another event announcement in North Fork. They're in collaboration with the Little Red Barn.
Oh, okay.
And they are having the Enchanted Unicorn Princess Picnic on August 6th from 11 a.m. to 12:30 p.m. And you're also going to get the Enchanted Rose Princess with her real unicorn steed and friends for an outdoor picnic under the trees on site at the beautiful Little Red Barn in Jamesport. If you guys are interested in bringing your littles to this event, tickets are only $35 a child, and spots are limited only to 30 children, so you need to get on this quickly.
Do you have to be a child?
Unfortunately, I think you do. I know. I want to go just for my own stuff.
I heard unicorn and princess. So I was like,
signed in.
I know. I was pulling out my calendar. I was like, let's go.
Seriously.
But I was ready to go. I was all in.
Yeah, it's awesome because they also do a lot of Play at La La Land, which is a company, a event space out on Long Island, and they actually, as of tomorrow, they're doing the Fashionista doll, which, you know, is their version of Barbie.
Right.
And she has a big appearance. She has a big appearance tomorrow, and it was sold out. Like,
really?
Yeah, they sell out. They sell out for everything. I'm actually working with one of the fairy godmothers on the 30th for a mermaid party.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
I love that kind of shit. I love when people do, you know, they go above and beyond, and awesome.
They really do. The founding fairy godmothers of Timeless Tales Entertainment are amazing. They're some of my closest friends, some of our closest friends. The Feinics Gate fully supports them, and we want to congratulate them on turning 1 year old.
Yay!
We love you guys. We absolutely love you guys.
Yay!
Pikachu.
I'm clapping. I just don't want to clap so loud.
You could clap. We clap for this. You know, hold on. Let's give them a yay.
There we go. I want to hear that fucking clapping.
Just make it clap.
So,
did I get dirty after talking about a children's princess performance?
What did you do?
So many things. So many things.
So bad. You're so bad, but I love it.
I know. It's just everybody knows this. The Feinics Gate is not exactly what you would call
Family friendly.
G-rated.
Family friendly.
No, it's definitely family friendly. It's just not G-rated.
Okay.
13 and up.
PG-13. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know, because we get into the nitty-gritty of things.
Yes.
But, like, what else have you been up to? I mean, obviously, you know, the marriage, the school. You switched jobs.
I did. I switched jobs. I got out of the medical field. Thank God.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, I do.
That was one of the biggest issues that we had because your hours were kept getting changed and it was stressing you out so much that it was just like...
Yeah.
Yeah.
I got out of the medical field. I actually now work for a company. Right now, I'm not going to say so.
It's a good company, though.
It's a good, very company. I sell, technically, I am a customer service rep. I work for a sales rep. I sell T-shirts.
They're good T-shirts.
They're good T-shirts. He, you know, like literally, he goes to colleges and high schools, and the T-shirts and the sweaters, like, oh, I'm on the soccer team, like kind of that kind of stuff.
Yeah. The promotional shit.
Yeah. They sell that, and then I literally just, oh, you want this? Okay, I buy that from, the B2B, and I send that to printers, and then the printers, like, ship it to the school. Like, that's all I do. I don't even talk to people. I answer emails. That's all I do. And it's 9 to 5.
There you
Monday
go.
So-
I mean, obviously, it still allows you to be able to finish up your school. You're almost done.
I know. I have one more semester.
I'm so
One. I know. I'm so excited.
It's
It's coming, and I've worked so hard for this, and so it's just one last semester. I graduate next year, and after I graduate, I will throw a party, and we have to do like a podcast party.
Oh, hell yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Hell yeah.
So, and all of you, all the viewers are invited. We all have to come.
We're going to go live casting for that one on our Twitch and on our TikTok. So
Yes.
you guys need to get the Feinics Gates TikTok up to 1,000 followers so that we can do that for
Yes.
you. And on top of that, like, obviously subscribe to our Twitch because that's still a thing. I just don't, yeah.
We'll figure that out. We have things in the works, but we'll figure that out.
Yeah, we're working on a lot of the technical aspects because unfortunately, technical difficulties over here at the gate when it comes to live streaming on Twitch has been.
I have someone for you for that.
And thank you.
I have
Like,
someone.
seriously, thank you. Because half the time when I try, it's just. I hate it.
I got you, boo.
I hate it
I
so
got you.
fucking much.
It's annoying. I've tried it too, but like, trust me, I got you. I got you.
Sweet.
I would never leave you hanging.
I appreciate this.
Yeah.
But I'm just like, y'all don't understand. Because when we reconnected over at Eternal Con, like, yeah, we've been talking. We talk to each other, like, pretty much at least every other day.
Yep.
And we have for the last couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And, people were like, oh, well, we don't hear Lithy's voice anymore. We don't see her on your Instagram. Like, no. It was never in bad blood. It was literally because she had no time. And I was not going to sit there and keep going, give me time. Give me your time.
Right. And I
time.
didn't want to take that time, and I didn't want to do that to you because I know you were focused on this as well, and I didn't want to do that. That's not fair.
Yeah.
So now that I have now that I have time opening up, I'm going to give the time that I can give, which is exactly.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I'm excited.
I am excited too because get over here. That's right. You need to come back here.
I'm here.
I'm so proud of this and I'm so happy because honestly, you guys who have been faithful followers of the gate know that the gate has been making massive, massive strides and just expanding at a rate that even I can barely keep up with sometimes.
Yep.
I mean, I'm going to Fan Expo Boston in 2 weeks.
Yes,
we got pressed. The Feinics Gate got pressed. So your girl Jade Feinics will be at Fan Expo Boston the first weekend of August. So come find me and get on the Gates TikTok, get on the Gates Instagram, talk to me. I want to talk to you. I mean, and the whole SAG-AFTRA thing is not stopping us. We are not scabs. We will not be crossing those lines. We are respecting everything of the guidelines that they have said. Mm-hmm. Even so much so with our cosplays.
Yes.
Like, we will not be cosplaying any of the characters from any struck studio.
Right.
So, expect a lot of original characters, expect a lot of video game characters, as long as they're not from one of those studios. Expect a lot of, like, anime.
Right.
Like, you're going to get a lot of that. But you will not see any canon characters because we stand with the actors and writers.
Exactly.
They deserve to get paid.
Exactly. I just saw a post that what was it? Deadpool
3?
Yeah, Deadpool 3. They just stopped set.
Yeah, they were like,
Straight up stopped
done.
set. And I was just like, you know what? Good for them.
yeah.
know
Apparently, the Ricky Rat tried to actually do a premiere.
Mm-hmm.
Empty red carpet.
Good.
Empty.
Good.
And yeah, as it should.
Because they should get fucking paid.
I agree. The writers deserve to get fucking paid.
You want to know how hard it is to fucking write?
You're a writer. You would know.
Right. I'm in the middle of writing a fucking novel right now.
There you go.
It literally, to be honest, listen, I have read.
I hate you.
Yeah, I have read, and to be honest, and whoever is a writer out there, I completely appreciate and I understand and I love what you do and what you write. I've read so many books as well, and just because the amount of brain power and the sitting and the sweat and the blood and tears that you put into just writing these words, and that it's literally like
Creating these worlds.
creating these worlds, these characters, like, and you don't want to plagiarize, and you're like, oh, I don't want to copy this person and this, that, and the third, and then all of a sudden you finally get this book out, you're getting your arcs, you're getting these people, and you're like, oh, please put these out on Goodreads and, you know, Amazon, you know, Kindle U and everything else, and these people are like, these people eat your books, like, I mean,
Yep.
2-day reads, and it's like, when's the next book coming out?
I just finished this one.
You know, and we appreciate that, and I love that, you know, and I do the same thing. I read, what was it? What did I just finish? I just finished That Sick Love by Jesse Hall. What? Yeah. let me tell you. Trigger warning, it is a dark romance. Not for the faint of heart. Absolutely fantastic book. If you are into dark romance, please read the trigger warnings. Your mental health matters.
God damn.
But absolutely fantastic book.
We love this.
So if you guys still want the book recommendations, let me tell you.
Oh no, for sure. You know what, Lithy? It has been so long. Give us givvies our bookies. Give the bookies.
So actually, yeah, the past 2 books that I just read was That's Sick Love by Jesse Hall and oh my god, what's the other one?
Might as well just stick with the first one then.
That
will be your book recommendation for this episode.
Yes, that's Sick Love by Jesse Hall. It is dark romance, stalker, a whole bunch. I mean, read the trigger warnings, but it's. You'll need your vibrator at the end of that book.
Yeah, yo.
You're gonna need it. Arrow is God. let me just tell you that. But that is my book recommendation for the week.
Yeah, yo. And we will be posting that up on the socials. We will post up the book itself, like obviously a screenshot or a picture of the cover for you guys to check it out with not a full description, but obviously with Lithy's recommendation. And yeah, so again, why are you not following us on our social medias?
Do it.
You really should.
Do it.
And remember, we do have a texting service. I mean, if you text JADE, yes, that's right, your girl's fucking name, to 54244, it subscribes you to a texting service that gives you all this information, links you to all of our socials, and lets you know where the Feinics Gate's gonna be. And it gives you exclusive content that you are not going to get on any other social media that we have.
So why aren't you getting your phones?
Exactly.
You should do this.
Yes.
Like now.
Right now.
Like, listen.
I mean, seriously, it's also because here's the other wonderful part. Not only am I going to Fan Expo Boston in August, I am also going to be at Tropicon.
Yes.
The Feinics Gate will be at Tropicon. And the only way to get special discount codes for the things that I will be selling at Tropicon is to subscribe to that texting service.
So you want the discounts.
Exactly.
So text them.
Because I have collectibles that I know you want. I have comics that I know you want. I have handmade goods that I know you want. Plus also we'll be podcasting live from the show. So subscribe.
Exactly.
Like and subscribe. Oh God, it's like YouTube. Oh, we do have a YouTube too.
Oh yeah, you're right.
And it just became I just reactivated our YouTube, and I've been posting up the different interviews.
What is it? What do they do on YouTube? Oh my god.
Like and subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe. Same way, it's like subscribe to our TikTok, subscribe to our Instagram. Like, just sub.
Just like, comment, and subscribe.
Do you want to be my sub? I mean, I will totally dom you if you actually like that, you're into that thing. But for that, I may have to set up an OnlyFans.
Yeah.
Maybe later.
I mean,
financial domination is a thing, and I'm totally down for that. If men want to pay me to yell at them
to do dishes,
to do the dishes or anything,
clean the floor.
Yeah, like I am down.
Listen,
we are down for this.
Yeah.
Like, and no, we are
And
not going on Feet Finder.
No. Listen. Not my feet, please.
No.
They haven't been done in a while.
I mean, mine are pretty, but nah, you got to pay me more for that.
No. Listen, if you guys want to clean it and you want me to yell at you, my apartment is very fully open if you want to do that.
Yeah. I mean, I'm loving it. So, you know what? Let's get into it. We're here to talk about Comic-Con. We can talk about Comic-Con too, but not yet.
Not yet.
We're here to talk about 2023 Eternal Con, which was once again hosted at Hofstra.
Yes, it was.
Hofstra University once again hosted Eternal Con. And I want to say this is the third year they've been at.
I think so. It was the third year, second or third year.
Second or third year, because they were before that. We were at Nassau Coliseum.
And then they were at, I think they were, when they were smaller, they were at the Aviation Museum.
Yes, we went. Yes. We were at the Cradle of Aviation when Eternal Con first started. Then it got moved to Nassau Coliseum, and then secondary to Nassau Coliseum undergoing some massive renovations.
Right.
They chose to go to Hofstra.
Right. Which I think Hofstra is a better venue for them, because it's like it's almost like Goldilocks. It's like it's not too big, it's not too small, it's just right.
Right. I mean, and if the con does grow even bigger than what it already is, because it has the potential.
It does have the potential, but I think the people, they just don't have
the drive.
I want to say the drive, but they just don't. I think they're stuck in their ways.
Womp womp.
Yep.
I mean, it happens. I mean, the Feinics Gate's stuck in some of our ways.
I mean, yeah, but you know what? The Feinics, we have the potential to spread our wings and try new things.
We do.
We
do. And also, we are very adaptable.
Exactly. These people are old men, and they
white men, mind you.
Yeah.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
I mean, no offense to them. We adore them.
Yes, we do. I do love John. John works with my husband, and I love John to death, and he loves me.
And we absolutely do adore going to Eternal Con. Like, we do. I mean, this year I didn't get pressed because I forgot. And honestly, at one point, I wasn't even going to go to Eternal Con.
I wasn't going to go either.
I was going to sit this one out.
Yeah, I actually was going to sit this one out too, until my husband goes, the guy from Harry Potter, and I was like, what guy from Harry Potter? Oh, the guy from Fantastic Beasts. I'm like, the main guy? He goes, yeah, his friend. I'm like, really? His friend? He's like, yeah, his friend is going to be there. I'm like, you just totally okay, it's like you get me to the O, and then you kind of like
it's like edging, but not even a good form of it.
It's not even a good edging O, and
not even a good.
But so I was like, you know what? Fuck it, I'll go. I'll go see him, and that's actually really the reason why I went to Eternal Con, because I wanted to see him.
Mood, because also the only reason I actually went to Eternal Con this year is because they got Big Show.
Yeah, they did.
They got the Big Show, but Dan Fogel for me was definitely
Dan Fogel. Thank you. I couldn't remember his name.
Dan Fogel for me was definitely one of those things where it's like, oh shit, hell yeah, I'll take advantage of that.
And he was like, I think he just didn't want to be there, to be quite honest.
In the way that they were running the con, honestly, and we'll get into that, guys. We're gonna get into that. I don't blame him.
Yeah, I don't.
A lot of the celebrities did not bother to come for Sunday.
Yeah.
After they were there Saturday. So we're not going to be mean straight out the gate. We're only going to and I can only speak. And the funny thing is I can speak for the first half of Saturday. Lithy can speak for the second half of Saturday, because I left and when she showed up, and then I came back, and it was at the end of the day.
Right.
So literally the only thing I did was walk in, hi, I'm back. And then it ended.
Yep.
It's fine.
That's okay.
It's okay. Right? Podcast kitty? You gonna meow meows? Good job, buddy.
Thank you.
He wants to be a part of this show so bad.
Really?
He does.
Do ya? I know.
Rocky.
He's so good.
Rocky Meowboa, our orange menace, our podcast cat. Actually, like, funny story, tangent. Rocky Meowboa is only in my life thanks to Lithy.
Yeah. Yes.
It's your fault.
I mean, okay. I was driving home from working at the vet, okay, and I was actually on the phone with Dan, and the car in front of me, I saw them toss him out a window, and it was pouring rain, and I was like, I was like, please, gods, please tell me they just didn't. Please tell me they threw a cup out the window. I really and I slammed on my brakes, and they threw him out a window. I was pissed. I was just like, these motherfuckers.
Oh, it was bad.
Yep, and I scooped him up. I scooped him up, and I scooped him up. I got back in my car. I was holding him in my lap. I was like, Dan, I'll call you back. And the first person I called was you.
Yep.
And I was like, get your ass to my house right now. And I hung up the phone.
It's
and
true. Like, I didn't even question it. Yep. I was like, you've never, okay. And I was literally at her house like 10 minutes later.
10 minutes later, and I plopped him on the table. I said, okay, now what are we going to do with it?
And literally, like, all she did was take him out of the little kitty jail playpen that they had him in.
Oh, the Cactagon?
The Cactagon.
Yep.
And he took one look at me with his little wonky eyes and was like, jumped onto me, into my arms. I was like, I have been chosen. Therefore, this orange menace, I dub thee Rocky Meowboa, you come home with me.
Yep. And I was the happiest person in the world. I was like, the one person I trust is you. And I was like, oh, thank you.
Thank you. The funny thing is most people don't understand is that we're pretty sure that Rocky is Sunny, which is funny because that previous, a couple of months prior, not even a year prior, this kitten was in your vet office.
Yep.
And you offered this kitten to me, and I could not take him at the time. Mm-hmm. And then the gods were just like, no, that's your cat.
Yep.
And found a way to give me this cat.
Yep.
So, and he has been a thorn in my side ever since. I love you, Rocky. He's literally just staring at you and I with this like...
With the winking stare.
The winking stare. The winking stare. But,
I know you're talking about me, and I know
because he's fabulous. So smart. It's funny because oranges are known to like only have one brain cell collectively throughout the entire species, but I think Rocky hides it.
Did you know that orange tabbies actually only originated in Norway?
I did not, but now I did, which is great because everybody knows I'm a Norse priestess.
They originated in Norway, and they dispersed when they hopped on boats. Yep.
Look at you, mister. Kidding me?
Yup.
Crazy ass boy.
He's like, you told me. You look at him. He's like, you told me.
You gave my secret.
You gave our secret away.
How dare. Anyways, back on the track.
This is what happens.
It's worth it. You guys, like, seriously, who doesn't love cats? Come on. Anyways, but so Eternal Con, the way that it was set up this year was very different than how it was set up last year.
Yes.
Last year they kind of shoved everybody up on the first floor, the main floor of the building, and it was very overcrowded. And I was told that some vendors got pushed even upstairs to a different room, and nobody even knew they were there.
Really? I didn't even know that.
Yeah, exactly. That was last year.
Okay.
And there was a lot of complaints about it. So what they did is because last year, the entire bottom area, gymnasium area of the where the Hofstra has the con, it was dedicated just to, I think, autographs, photo op, and the Ghostbusters
and vendors.
And there weren't any vendors down there last year.
No. Oh, last year? Oh, no, we're talking about last year.
Last year.
No, yeah, you're right. The Ghostbusters, the cars,
yes,
autographs. You're right. Mm-hmm.
So they had all those down there, and then it was a lot of people were complaining about the waste of space.
Right.
So this year, in an attempt to fix that problem, they have more vendors down on that floor, push the celebrities more towards the back area, gave them a decent sized amount area, but it was still kind of squished.
Yeah, they were a little squished.
And some
they pushed the cars to the side.
Yes, and they only had the two cars.
The two cars. They had the Ghostbusters and they had the Batmobile.
Right. Which is weird because normally they've had bigger cars.
Yeah.
Like they've had
They've had the
armored Batman tank in the past.
They've had that. They've had the I can't think of it. Oh my god. The Impala. They had the Impala from Supernatural.
How dare you not even know your own mainstay show?
Oh my god.
They had Baby.
They did.
They had Baby.
This is what happens when you're extremely stressed. You forget everything.
Mood. But they've had Baby.
They did have Baby because that popped up on my feed the other day. I was like, oh my god, I remember that.
They had Adam West's Batmobile.
Yes, they did.
Along with the Michael Keaton Batmobile, which they had this year.
Yes.
And of course, obviously, Ecto 1 was there.
Yes. The Long Island Ecto 1.
The Long Island Ecto 1.
The LA guys were there.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And, this year they only had the 2, which I'm assuming is mostly a space issue.
Maybe, yeah.
Because they the way they have it. Now, here's the thing I know as somebody who does vend, with the Feinics Gate. We do vending at different cons when we have the ability to do so. And a few of our friends that we've been vending with through Moonlight Market. Mm-hmm. Yes, Rocky, Moonlight Market. And they were telling us how the space for vendors was a little bit fakaked this year. So upstairs they had Artist Alley and more vendors. And yes, there was even some cosplay guests up there as well. And then they had the 501st was there.
501st was there.
Yes.
One of my main artists but one of the writers that I didn't even know was even there, which they should have promoted, was Pat Shawd. He was there.
Are you serious?
He was there. And I saw it on his Instagram and I was like, no. What the fuck?
What?
How are you not even? How are you? What?
Unacceptable.
It was unacceptable. You're right. And I was like, how did? And I walked by him 4 times.
And the other thing is a lot of people don't realize that like when you're at a con, you kind of get tunnel vision.
Yeah.
You really do, because you don't want to be rude to a lot of vendors, but since a lot of vendors are repeat of like, you can get the same shit most of the time at different vendors. And I'm not talking shit, guys, but it's just,
get over here.
It's true.
It's true.
It's true. And
but that's the money grab.
Right. Exactly. And it also depends on the setup, where you're set up, who's around you. And I was talking to a friend of mine that I've done the vending with. I'm not going to say who because I don't want to get them in trouble, but they were saying that they were charging more to vend downstairs.
Really?
Than upstairs in Artist Alley near the stage and all over there.
That's insane.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Like, you actually had to pay twice for twice what your table would have been on the Artist Alley floor than if you were on the main floor.
Wow. I didn't know.
Yeah.
That's kind of crap.
And the only reason I knew that is because I was also considering vending there. Like, I was considering bringing the gate over there and, podcasting live from the floor, and just like doing those kind of things. But yeah, like I understand maybe price has gone up, but it seems kind of like a little bit of a smash, because as a vendor, I can speak from experience. If I don't make back what I paid for the table, then I didn't make money.
Right. And that's not fair.
I actually lost money. Thankfully, the few times that I have been vending at Moonlight Market, at Tropicon, I have made back my table and then some. So there was actual, I don't like saying profit because obviously I had to pay for gas, I had to pay for transportation, all that kind of shit. So it's a lot of stuff. But it's all good. It happens. It's what we do. This is why we do these things, because we love it. It's literally because we love what we're doing.
God damn.
And again, I'm not talking shit. I'm not. It's just, again, we are talking about the con and how our personal opinions and our personal experiences would necessitate how we feel sometimes maybe it should have been a little better. Because, we are catering not just to the public, but also we want our vendors and the people that we do vend with to be comfortable and want to come back.
Right.
So, like, again, setup-wise, you're getting better.
You're getting better. But
You're getting better.
It wasn't where it should have been.
It's going to improve, I'm assuming.
I just honestly, with how the setup was, I liked it, but I didn't like it. I really didn't like how Artist Alley was set up.
No.
I didn't like it. I didn't, because I was actually telling you this before.
You were?
There was an artist there, I forgot his name. I think it was Daniel.
Daniel Hess?
I think it was Daniel Hess. He was a wonderful man. He was a bright kid. His art was absolutely mind-blowing. He just did beautiful. He did animals. He did a fish tank. He did beach scenes. He
also doing sketches? And if you didn't like the sketch, or was that a different artist?
No, he would like sketch for you if you wanted to.
Right, and if you didn't like the sketch, he would just keep it and he wouldn't charge you.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would do that, and it was like a $10 sketch.
Yeah.
He was just like an upcoming artist, and he did it as he was just doing it as a hobby.
Yeah.
And his art was absolutely beautiful. I bought a snake from him because I was just like,
It was gorgeous. When she showed me this photograph, well, not photograph, when she showed me the painting, I was like, oh, this is so beautiful. And I didn't even get a chance to go back up and see for myself because he was shoved in a corner.
He was shoved in the corner. And I was just like, why are you in the corner? And like, that's not fair.
No.
You know what I'm saying? That's not fair on these artists. These people bleed for their shit.
Yeah.
You know, and it's like, but it was just like almost like a C, and like it was like it just didn't make sense.
And also, like, I honestly do feel also that it wasn't properly advertised on who exactly was there.
Right.
You know, like
Pat Shod. I didn't know. I had no idea.
No idea. No idea.
No idea he was there.
That pisses me off. Like,
no clue.
The really only really huge promotion that I saw for Eternal Con, and it wasn't even for Eternal Con itself. It was for Big Show.
Yeah.
That was it.
Yeah. And the only promotions I get is because my husband works for it. And he tells me what's going on. I'm like, oh, okay.
And the funny thing is I didn't know that Eternal Con was happening the weekend that it was happening.
Yeah.
Until I think it was Dan, your husband, Shaggy, reaches out to me. He's like, hey, am I going to see you? And I'm like, what are you talking about?
Exactly. There's no like advertising for it. So it's like these people, like the only time this con really gets their stuff is if people are like
showing up
or diehard fans or have it in their calendar. And it's like there's no real advertising for it.
No, I mean, and what sucks is that like you had some killer guests here: Dan Fogel, The Big Show, Brett Spiner, Todd like Jesse T. Usher, Ryan Hurst.
Right.
Like you had a
big people here.
Stellar fucking lineup.
And what did you do with it? Nothing.
No. You did.
And I felt bad.
I did, because some of these stars.
There's a lot of Walking Dead stars there.
Yeah, some of these stars were there and they were just sitting there. Like
they didn't even show up. Some of them didn't even show up on Sunday.
No, they didn't.
It was sad.
They didn't. Frank Whaley was there.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't even know that. Fucking Paola Lazaro, fucking Josh Hamilton.
Josh Hamilton was there?
Yeah. Seth Gilliam, Noah Hathaway, who is a fantastic human being. I got to sit there. Literally, him and I had like a 45-minute conversation.
See, but that's cool.
Right.
Like, I like that.
Yeah.
That's a good, a positive thing about these cons. Like, sometimes, like, there's not that many people. You can have these conversations with these people.
Right. Like, they had Tammy Stronach, who played the Childlike Empress.
Yes.
Catherine Sutherland, who was the second Pink Ranger, was there.
I did see her.
Jason Font was there.
Yes.
And then this is, like, the biggest draw for me. And I actually got my friend Zach, who you know Zach.
Yeah.
DJ Zach. And, Zach has never been to a convention before. Never.
Really?
In all the years that him and I have been friends, he's actually never been able to make it to a convention with me.
Pop the cherry.
I popped his cherry. Hello. That's what I do. Boop.
Nani?
That's right. But not only that, I got to show his 5-year-old daughter her first convention ever.
That's so special.
I
love that.
And she's like, I love Auntie Jade. Can we go hang out with her? I love her cosplay. I love this. But the big thing that got Zach to finally come out to a convention was they had 3 Thundercats.
Oh.
They had Larry Kenny, Lynn Lipton, and Peter Newman. come to this convention.
I think they were next to the Ghostbusters.
They were.
Yeah, they were.
They were. And
which I didn't like because like they were right in the corner.
And they were drowned out.
That's like...
They were drowned out.
They were drowned out.
Right. It's the same thing with Thomas G. Waits. He was shoved in a corner in front of Noah Hathaway's booth. Barely anybody even knew he was there. He didn't bother to show up on Sunday.
Yeah.
Lynn, who was Chitara, the voice of Chitara, didn't show up on Sunday.
Right.
David Frankham, who was on Star Trek, the original Star Trek, and did 101 Dalmatians. I wanted to meet him. Didn't get a chance to.
Yep.
You know, I mean, and like we're talking about a convention that has literally gotten past guests like CM Punk, the original cast of the Power Rangers.
Right.
You have oh my God, just
so
many.
What is it? You had
so many guests.
Oh no, that was WinterCon.
Sorry, but WinterCon is back.
WinterCon
is back. WinterCon after what, 2 years, 3-year hiatus is back.
Yes.
So go to WinterCon because we will be there.
Yes.
Yeah. That is one of our mainstays. But it's like you have these fantastic, and these are just the celebrity guests. These are not the guests that were just in on Artist Alley. Like the Artist Alley was stacked, and nobody even knew they were there.
Exactly. That's the cons that I have.
Yeah.
About it. I mean,
it's a big con.
It's
big con, and we don't mean convention. We mean bleh, bad.
Pro and con.
This is a on you on that one.
Yeah.
You know, like we don't.
No.
We don't like this.
Nope.
No. I mean, and then on top of that, like you're gonna charge the guys that got what you call premium space double what an artist can pay upstairs for Artist Alley or that area of the convention, and some of them aren't even making back what they paid for their table.
Right. That's
not okay.
It's not okay. But I'm not gonna say names.
No names.
But I know who kind of runs it, and I kind of can tell why, and like you can just tell the person, and I'm like, I can see it.
Yeah.
You know, and it's kind of like scumbagish, and it's.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, on this note, though, like, guys, take it from veteran con goers, from cosplayers, from vendors. We are vendors. Do better. You can.
You can do better.
You have the power. You have the ability.
You get people who know what they're talking about.
Yeah, and and make sure you have the actual staff.
Yeah.
To run and stop being nepotistic and hiring the same fucking people, except for Shaggy. We love Shaggy. Shaggy gets his job back every year.
Yes.
But stop hiring the same fucking idiot people that do not know their ass from their elbow.
Exactly.
Like,
not talking about certain people that do volunteer and take their time.
Right.
That know what they're doing.
Right.
There's certain people there that like really take their time and they really put in their effort. And certain people, yes,
they just do it for the free ticket in.
Some of them do. Some of them really just love to do it. What? You know?
Yeah.
There's two people I know that do it because they love to do it, and they just do it because they love to do it. Everybody else, fuck them, because they just do it for the free ticket in, like you said.
Yeah, but there are a few of us, like I know a few more people besides your two that are sit there and they're just like, no, I do this because I'm not just getting paid for it, but I am enjoying my time. I love doing this.
Right.
I love this convention. I love this convention family.
Right.
You know? Because like a lot of people don't realize that like convention life, vendor life, it's kind of like carnival life.
It is.
It's carny life.
Yeah.
You know everybody in the scene.
Exactly.
And once you're in, you're family. Like,
right.
That's why I've been vending so much with Moonlight, you know, and I'm doing Tropicon. And I'm hoping to next year, hopefully I'll be able to vend Eternal. And we're going to see about getting a table at Winter. So it's like, we are part of this family too. And this affects us. This will affect us in ways because if we can't run efficiently, because you can't run efficiently, that is a problem.
It is, and it affects our pockets.
Right.
Not just your pockets. It affects our pockets. It affects our time. It affects our space. It affects ours. It affects you guys.
It affects the reputation because look at how many stars just said fuck it and didn't even bother to come on Sunday.
Exactly.
Like that is unheard of.
That's embarrassing.
Not even just that. Most of the time, I don't think the convention itself was informed.
Yeah.
Like, they just didn't.
They just didn't want to come.
Nope. They just didn't bother.
And that's just.
I mean, it's a bad reflection on the star because, all right, cool. Older stars, I can understand.
What?
Mm-hmm.
They're getting up there in age. They may not be able to handle the excitement. They may not be able to handle sitting somewhere for 10 hours. Understood.
Right.
But, like, if you don't treat your stars right, they're not going to want to come back.
Exactly. They're not going to take their time.
No, they're not going to agree to a contract. They're not going to agree to come back and see us, which is cheating your fans. It's cheating your clientele. Like,
That's not, yeah.
Right, Rocky? Exactly, buddy. He's
lying.
He's lying. Yeah, I know.
You tell us your side of the story, honey.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, the only other complaint I have, and I understand it must have been a space issue, was the way they had photo op set up.
What was it? It was in like the dock, right?
Yeah, it was in the dock. They set it up in
the loading dock.
They set it up in the loading dock, which I understand you're dealing with the space issue, but you didn't have a proper way of keeping the line.
Yeah.
In a way, you had no setup. So of course now you have a line for your photo op blocking several celebrities.
First of all, it was next to the loading dock, but then you had that corridor right there that you could have completely used.
Yep.
It was crazy. I was like, why are you in the loading dock?
Yeah. I completely agree with you.
So, it was in the loading dock, and then it was like they wrapped around, and then what was it? It was the loading dock, and then the line was right there.
The line came out straight from the loading dock.
And then, but it wasn't even just that. It was then the line was there, and then it mingled with all the other people that was, it was then the celebrities. So you didn't even know who was who.
Right. And then, like, unfortunately, again, when this comes down to lack of volunteers or lack of staff, you didn't have anybody really there to regulate.
Right.
And then on top of that, so now, and it was also pissing off your Ghostbuster friends because we were blocking their booth.
Yeah.
So, and then of course, we weren't just blocking the Ghostbusters booth. We were blocking the Thundercats, and we were blocking several other booths that were on the other side of the corridor. The corridor. Rocky, you're distracting me.
What?
Yes, not road, buddy. Corridor.
What is wrong?
He just wants attention.
He just wants attention. You want to come talk? Really?
Come talk to us.
I see that, but we are talking about the corridor.
Right.
The road.
Yeah, it's also very dangerous because you're now blocking a doorway, which is a fire exit. On top of that, like, there's really no good access into your photo op and access out of your photo op. So people who are trying to come in are now mingling with people that are trying to come out.
Right.
It
just wasn't set up right.
It was not set up right. It was not run correctly. Now, don't get me wrong. The photographs are amazing. The photographer, John. Fuck yeah. We love John. John is the fucking man. He better come back next year.
You go, John.
Hell yeah. But when it comes to your setup, not you, John, the con setup and how they made you set up, it was trash.
It was.
It was literal trash. I will say that is a 0 out of 10 for me.
I even said that to Dan. I was like, "Why is it in the dock? They had that whole mind-boggling. They had a whole corridor to the left that you could have set up, went through the door, and had that whole space just for the photo ops.
Right. And then on top of that, you're like, you don't really have a set area so that you can get the stars in and out safely.
Right. They walked through the entire con. What was their security? Their
bodyguard.
Their bodyguard, or not even their bodyguard. Their agent, and what was it? One of the security people from the con. That was it.
Manny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. That's his name, right? Manny,
or sometimes.
Yeah. Manny.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, we love Manny. We stand Manny.
Like, I could have given a high five to somebody. Just like, hey, what's up?
Right.
That's done.
And again, that's also taking away from them because now you're not paying for their, what
their contract was.
Right. So, again, if you're losing money that way.
Right.
Right. So, again, big con, that one. Pros, amazing photographs. Very beautiful, quick turnover when you actually took the photograph. And I liked the setup, like the little background. I liked it.
Yeah.
So.
It was the gray, right?
It was the blue-gray.
The blue-gray.
Yeah. So it was very nice. Give you a nice contrast, I think.
Yeah.
And of course, the photographer is fantastic. So there's my pros for that. Setup, garbage.
Right.
The way you ran it, garbage. Like, you do better.
Do better.
So, like, or at least have like a designated line. Like, get
in and out
dividers. Like, what are those
Right.
things? Like fucking
The
gates.
yeah.
Yeah, something. Do better. I'm sure you will next year.
Tape. Even try tape on the
They
floor.
had tape on the floor to where you can start, but they didn't have tape as an actual designated corridor
Right.
for lines. And it is what it is.
Yeah.
And also the other thing is if you're going to make your line, which was long for Big Show, I'm using Big Show as the example because he was the biggest draw from what I could see on Saturday.
Yeah.
If you're going to make us do a snake pattern, you should probably advertise who's the curve of the snake, because then you have other people who will think they're the end of the line, not the curve.
Right.
Try to cut the line, and then you're going to start fights, which actually almost happened several times because at one point I was the curve.
Oh.
And people were behind me.
Not good.
And people were trying to cut in and behind me in front of them, and I was getting a little nasty. I'm not going to lie. I turned around and be like, no! This is not the end of the line. Go away. Go to the end of the line. And I was dressed as a fucking raccoon, so I was fully tapping into that feral energy, where I was just like, this is not the end of the line. Go away.
Do you see the markings on my face?
I will eat you.
I will eat you.
Woohoo!
Yes.
But besides the cons of the con,
It was a good time.
it was a good time.
Got some
It was
new
fun.
vendors.
New vendors.
Yeah. Got
Yep.
some nice ones. I mean, granted, a lot of our old faces were there. Fuck yeah, we love
Yes,
that.
I love that.
Wild Bills came back.
I know.
I'm so happy.
Although there was a little Wild Bills, love you to death. But when I did go, there was I love how they bring like the mugs.
Yeah.
Right.
And they're personalized.
They're personalized now. But here's my little thing. I was like, Saturday, I was like, ooh, we're gonna go get a mug, yay, woo. And then the line, and we were just getting to the line, and there was it was that matte red, that beautiful matte red, the matte red mug. It was gorgeous.
Yes,
right?
I saw that
so
one.
I'm getting, I'm like all giddy. I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna get the mug. I'm gonna get the mug. We got up there. She goes, it's sold out already. I'm like, what do you mean it just sold out? She's like, then she leans out of the window and she goes, that guy got it. I was just like, oh, what a bastard. So then, but what I did like about this with Wild Bills was the next day, Sunday, was we went
both
soda.
days. Yeah.
We went both days. I wanted the black cherry soda. Awesome.
Yes.
Even diabetic, still black cherry soda.
It's sugar-free.
No, it wasn't.
No, Wild Bills is sugar-free.
No, it's not.
I thought it was. Mm-mm. Oh.
No, it's not sugar-free. They have sugar-free.
Oh.
They didn't bring it this year. Oh. That's
that
another
explains why it was tastier than usual.
Yeah, they. Yeah, but no, they didn't bring it this year.
Oh my God! Okay, it's happening.
But
Everybody stay calm.
what I did like about Wild Bills is their turnaround time. They brought the matte red back
On Sunday.
They restocked it immediately.
Yeah, because they were like, no, this sold out really fast. Give.
Yeah. So
The other thing that I was a little bit annoyed about Wild Bills is now Wild Bills offers you a cover for your drinks. Like you have a cover that fits with a straw into your cup, but it was only for a certain size.
really,
Yeah,
That's new.
it was only for the smaller cups, not the larger cups, which was annoying. But also
that's really,
yeah.
that would have been nice to know.
Oh, bitch.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm so sorry.
No, you're fine. You're fine.
Oh,
You're fine.
another thing, little update. I am on a pump, so if you guys hear, beeps and whistles and crap.
If they can listen to Rocky, they can listen to your beeps and whistles.
Yeah, sorry. That's why. Actually, my pump was on low on battery, so I was like,
Oh, no.
shit!
No,
I don't
we're
want it
fine.
screaming at everybody.
We're fine.
So, yeah, Wild Bills was back. New vendors, old vendors.
Yep.
New faces, old faces.
We loved it.
I hated the apps. I'm sorry. We're going back to cons. I hated the food.
Oh,
I hated it.
we were promised food trucks and we did not get food trucks. We had to deal with crappy cafeteria, dry ass churros and
I left college campus life for that fucking shit. Now I have to eat it again?
Right?
Absolutely not.
I know, Rocky.
And
Rocky
then-
is complaining about the food too.
Yeah, but they had churros. Had to say it.
I mean, the churros were good.
That was it.
The churros were good, but everything else literally tasted like it was sitting under heat lamps for hours, which it was.
It was. It was sitting under heat lamps. Like
It was sitting under the heat lamps.
You could. Yeah, you could see where they put their money in.
Yeah, honestly, guys, like seriously, I know plenty of vendors, food truck vendors, that would adore being at a convention like that. Because also keep in mind, that was EternalCon was not the only thing that was happening on the Hofstra campus that day. There was lots of sports going on.
Right.
There was zip lining.
Baseball was across the street.
I mean, did you see the guy that got stuck on the zip line and they had to call the
That was hilarious. I'm so sorry for whoever that was. If you're listening, I'm so sorry, but that was hilarious. The poor man.
And they couldn't even reach him with the fire department's truck, so they had to go back and get. Oh my God.
Emotional.
That poor man was just hanging there, like, oh, okay.
It was so yeah.
I mean, woohoo!
Yeah.
I mean, he was having fun though, right? I mean, but
I
like,
hope so.
you get food trucks like that.
Because if you think about it, like, if New York City Comic Con, they have the line of food trucks.
Yeah.
They make a fucking killer.
Oh my God, yo.
If you had a line of, like, you have that curve right outside. Yep. If you had that curve and you block that off and you have, like, the,
Yep.
If you have the parking on either side and you don't have anybody coming through there and you just have the food trucks out there, you would make a fucking killing.
I mean, seriously, Long Island Feast Fest. The Feinics Gate was at Long Island Feast Fest back in May, which was at the South Bay Brewery.
I wanted to go to that.
It was fan-fucking-tastic. All you need to do is get in touch with some of those vendors. They will show up.
Yeah.
They will be like, fuck yeah, let's go.
Let's go. And
Yeah.
to be honest with you, some of those people love to fucking feed people.
Oh, yeah. Kidding me? One of the things, if I ever had a food truck, y'all would be fat. Y'all would be fat.
That was actually one of the things that, one of those, like, wild ideas that you have. Like, I want to do a food truck. Like,
I did have that wild idea a few years ago.
Yeah, like,
I still want to do it.
What would we sell? What would you sell in your food truck, Jade?
Cake pops.
Yeah?
Cake pops.
Cake pops? And
Cake pops and cookies and just baked goods.
Let's do it.
Let's do it. We would have to research on what it would take because I know you need a lot of licensing.
Yeah.
You know, plus it's expensive.
And guess what? I bake.
And so do I.
Let's do it.
In more ways than one.
Yay. Yay. Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh, yes.
I mean, the greenery is not wrong in the Feinics Gate. What are you going to do?
I mean, you can have special licensing for one part and special licensing for the other.
I mean, because the other big thing that I'm really, really good at is obviously I am half Italian. I know how to cook food. Like, you guys want a chicken parmesan hero? I got you. Eggplant parmesan? Bet. Let's go. Yeah. And my mac and cheese is to die for. You've had it.
Yeah.
You've eaten my food. You know.
Yes, I have.
Like, there's
when
a
she
reason.
says on Facebook, like, I'm making dinner, I'm like, bitch, when? When am I coming over?
I fed you tonight. Like, shit. Fed you tonight before the cast.
I was so excited.
It was so good. And then, like,
it was just pasta and sauce, but I was like, psh.
Yeah. Yep. And then, like, there's a reason why my husband is almost 300 pounds. That's my fault.
That's not your fault. That's food.
My fault.
Shh. That is not your fault.
It is not my fault he likes to eat.
But I like to eat too.
I know. And, like, literally, guys, again, I'm not a braggart, but my food, hell yeah. So if the Feinics Gate ever did a food truck, I think y'all should try it out. I mean, even if it's just a table selling food.
Oh, let's all make a poll. Let's make a poll.
Spotify has that ability, so if you are listening to us on Spotify,
Yeah.
we're going to have a poll up on if the Feinics Gate should vend food.
That should be this week's poll.
That will be this week's
Yeah.
poll. Because, like, guys, if you want me to vend some food items for trying out at Tropicon, I will do this.
There you go.
I will do this for you. I will make some things, and then if you come to the Feinics Gates table at Moonlight Market in October and December, I will revisit the same items. I will make Halloween cake pops and Halloween themed cupcakes and all sorts of other things, and then the same thing for Christmas.
There you go.
Let's go.
Let's go. Let's do this. Let's do it.
I mean, honestly though, like, what are your closing thoughts on Eternal Con? I still adore the con. Eternal Con, I've been going to you for almost a decade. Like, minimum 8 years now.
I've been actually going to EternalCon since dating Dan, so about 5 years.
Yeah, and
So,
you and I
yeah.
met about 5 years ago.
We actually met at WinterCon.
Yes.
Yes, because I remember I was gender cosplaying as Dean, and you drew the mark of Cain on me.
Yes, I did.
That's how we met.
Yeah, that's how we met.
I was like, I can't do this upside down. You were like, give me your arm. Yeah.
I was like, I can fucking do it. Give me.
Yep. I was like, oh, okay.
Like, oh, okay. She's forceful. I like it.
I like being forced. Yeah. Sorry, I know it's PG-13.
No, it is not.
Okay.
There's no such thing.
Yum. Anyway, but closing thoughts on Eternal. I like Eternal Con. I really do. Do I think they need to up their game? Yeah, I do.
Yeah.
I really think they have a lot of room for improvement.
Especially because of what was also going on the same weekend.
Yeah, that new con.
And I am told it was fucking fantastic.
Oh, we gotta do that.
We got to do that, but here's the problem. If it's the same weekend as Eternal Con.
So I guess we're gonna, play rock, paper, scissors and see who's going to what.
Not even that, or maybe we'll just do one day at one day at the other. I mean, we've done that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, but like Eternal Con, you're getting some competition now.
Yeah.
You are no longer the only July, June, because remember, Eternal Con used to be at the last weekend in June.
Right.
And now it's like the second
into
weekend, first weekend in July.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be cheating on Dan working Eternal Con now.
Yeah. Sorry,
Dan.
Sorry.
Love you, but sorry.
I mean, for me, Eternal Con will always hold a very special place in my heart. It's one of the first places the Feinics Gate got its start, with the second rounds, where we've hosted many a panel through Eternal Con with the second rounds entertainment, and then also later on with the gate, we've done things. I mean, Eternal Con for me is it's my home, one of my home cons.
Right.
Like things.
It's your cozy robe that you take out. It's like the cozy robe you take out of the dryer, and you're like,
It's like, I love that I can go to this convention. I don't have to be on point like I do at Comic-Con.
Right.
Like I'm going to be, but I don't have to be perfect.
Yes.
Like I don't have to be on kind of a convention. Eternal Con is one of those cool conventions that you could go in cosplay or not go in cosplay and still have a good time.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And not worry about thousands of people and just it's like a relaxing con.
It is, because you have the ability to just wander. There's seating. Mm-hmm. I mean,
you're not harassed. You're a little harassed.
Every
but
con gets the creepers.
Yeah.
But
stop creeping.
Enough is enough with that shit. But
cosplay is not consent. Sorry, I have to say it.
Never, ever, 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 ever. Ever.
Cosplay is not consent. And that actually happened to me at Eternal.
Yeah.
They touched my horns without my consent. And I was just like, bro.
Don't touch me.
Don't touch my horns.
Don't touch me.
Touch the horns, you're going to get the bitch.
That's right.
But
That's right.
Anyway.
But no, so honestly, 0 to 10 scale, Lithy, how would you rate Eternal Con this year?
0 to 10. I would rate it about, I'm going to say 6.5. For at least in my opinion, 6.5. 6.5.
I'm going to have to join you and give it a solid 6.
Solid 6, yeah.
6 out of 10.
Yeah.
And it gets extra points for, the fact that, nostalgia, and we're friends with everybody who basically works or owns and manages, but
there's room for improvement.
There is, and we've been saying that for a couple of years now. I understand COVID took a toll on everybody and stuff, but it just kind of felt like they weren't trying as hard.
And that's not fair on the fans.
No. And it's like, if you want people to keep coming back, you need to give them a reason to. And I just kind of felt like you dropped the ball this year, Eternal Con. And I mean, I'm going to come back, but I just kind of feel like maybe next year you can organize yourself a little bit better.
Yeah.
Or work with a person who's better at planning. Just saying, I'm pretty good at that. We're pretty good at that kind of shit. I mean, if you have two OCD people like me and Lithy.
I make things sparkle.
Yeah.
I like sparkle.
We do. So listen, we said this earlier in the day. We said this earlier in the cast. You will be hearing Lithy's voice more often, and we're going to be going back to some of our old programming that you guys used to love.
Yes.
So let us know on the Spotify poll. We'll put it up on Facebook and Instagram too. What would you like us to vend if we started vending food?
Yes.
You guys got a special request because I can make Feinics Gate cookies, cupcakes, all sorts of goodies. You know, and obviously we would be very cognizant of people that have food allergies and vegans and all that
vegans
stuff.
and everything else like that. We would do research on that too, because
Yeah.
there is actually a recipe for what is it? I think it was like
Vegan.
cottage cheese cookie dough.
Yeah.
I want to do that.
Yeah, but obviously a vegan can't eat that.
I you know what I'm saying.
But that's a keto thing. So
Keto thing,
yeah. But guys,
Diet restrictions.
We will definitely be very cognizant of that. And honestly, Lithy, it was fantastic to have you join us here again.
I'm so happy to be here, to be quite honest with you. I missed everybody. I missed being on the cast. I just missed being here. I want to be in the nest again.
The nest welcomes you back because honestly, you always had your little space in the nest. It's there. It's never going away.
It's in the right.
It's in the right.
It's on the right side.
It's on the right side. And honestly, guys, like, stay tuned. We are going to be actually interviewing a band for our next cast. I'm not going to say who, but, stay tuned. Oh, my God.
Yeah.
They're pretty good. So we're going to be doing that. That's going to be our next cast. And then after that, obviously, I will be coming live to you guys from Fan Expo Boston. So you're going to have to check it in. Follow us on all social media. And on that note, adios. Bye.